Hi, folks. Welcome to the studio. This is a very little project, a very simple project to make some supply wagons for Vanguard. And so I use craft sticks and buttons and a few poker chips, and I'm going to show you those in just a second. I put together my craft sticks like so. This is a little platform. I make a little platform with 5 sticks and a couple running across them to kind of glue them together. And I'm using hot glue. Um, and in this photo, I snip off the excess sticks, the excess part of the sticks. And the idea is to make a little platform. And then I add these dowels. These are the thickest dowels that I have. And these will, of course, be for the poker chips, which are going to represent the wheels. And so this is what my first little wagon looks like. There's the platform on top and then the little dowels on the bottom for the wheels. And I yet like to use these notched craft sticks because you can use the notches for many things, including putting some of the sticks together. So I use these for the sides of the wagon. And you can see that here, you see the notch stick. So now I'm building up the sides of the wagon so it can be used in the game. Okay, and there's another view. There are my sides, and again, I'm using hot glue. It makes things a lot quicker. But you can use tacky glue or even wood glue if you wanted to. Okay, so I put a couple of cross sticks on the top of the wagon, and again, this kind of begins to make the box. You can see it here, and I keep one side open. The side that my fingers are on are going to be open. I'm not going to close it in. It's not going to be a completely enclosed box. And there I add craft sticks to start building up the sides. And the nice thing about the dimensions of this little wagon is that you can fit miniatures on it if you needed to. So there is the wagon nearing completion, and you can see the sides are being built up. And of course, I cut any excess sticks. Then I add the sticks here in the front. This is where the horses would normally be attached to. So I kind of add a nice long craft stick there to simulate that. Then I add a very thin dowel to form a cross in front of the wagon. Again, that's where whatever horses, I'm not going to have horses on this wagon, but it's there. And so for the wheels, I use these really large poker chips. They're like toy poker chips. And then I add, with a little hot glue, I add a button as close to the center as I can. And that's what's going to make my wheels. And then I attach my wheels with hot glue to the little wagon, and you can see it there. Pretty much complete. I add a few sticks here and there to kind of strengthen things. See, like a few cross sticks. I cut a few cross sticks and then add them to the bottom of the wagon. This way it strengthens the sides a little bit. And then I add some craft sticks to the very top of the wagon. And I'm planning to add like a very short railing on each side. And just like a little bit of added detail. So I'm using the notched craft sticks. And then in the bottom of the wagon, I add one stick connecting both dowels. And that's just for strength. So there is the wagon. and it has enough space that you can put a couple of miniatures in there, or you can put like some supplies, make some supplies and kind of fill it up. And I guess this picture is repeated, but again, this is just the little reinforcements again. So now we get into the little railings for the side, and I just make some simple railings with some hot glue and some really thin dowels. And so there is the cart with one of the railings. And I'm getting ready to add the second railing. You should see it in just a moment. And there it is. So now the cart has little railings on either side. And that was just a little touch for detail. And there are a couple of Vanguard miniatures that I put into the cart. So it is nice and big, and it can be used in a lot of different ways. So to the very front of the cart, I add a little bit of floral wire there just to represent like rope or something. But it also really attaches that piece. It provides a little more support for that cross piece. Okay, and then I spray it with some London Gray spray paint. And that's from Rust-Oleum. That's just the color I use. It's like a grayish brown. I really like that color. And there is another view of the little wagon, all painted up and almost ready for the tabletop. So you're going to see a couple of different views of the little wagon painted. And this, I can take a little dry brush to it if I wanted to with a lighter kind of highlight, or do one of my homemade washes and just kind of wash it through. And then I needed more than one wagon, so I went ahead and made a couple of small ones too. So I have a whole little wagon supply train ready to go. And I also add a little bit of rusty brown on all of them, and just like a little squirt. That gives the wagons a little bit of highlight. And there we go. We have them ready for the tabletop, and now I just let them dry before I do anything with them. And now in this next photograph, here they are. They're set on the tabletop. I put a couple little supplies on them, and they are ready for Vanguard, the Scenario Supply Wagon.